Hello, it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I was going to show you how I store my stuff from week 4, the Tool Tantrum section, which is stencils, punches, stamps, dies, that type of thing. My stencils I keep normally right in my scrap rack if I have room for them, if they're just the skinny type. And normally I put them, if they're a specific theme, I'll put them right in the theme. Like I have some for Mother's Day, so they went under Mother's Day. But a lot of them are just in shapes, and I put the, and I also put like my catalog into there. I do 2 catalogs. I do one in my scrap rack and one standalone. But here you can see I just have the stencils right in the pockets. Up here in the Kaviso letter tray, I have my We Are Memory Keepers punch boards. This one only has one in it. It's got my staple board in it. And then over here on this slat wall, I keep my Cricut cartridges. I keep all my Cricut and Brother Scan & Cut supplies there. Well, she doesn't really get into machines. I'll show you those as well. I have my Scan & Cut, my Cricut Expression, and a laminator, as well as my catalog there. My down here I keep my it's We Are Memory Keepers, the Template Studio. I just keep the mat right out, and then those are the extra shapes that I have. Up here I have some like different shape cutter tools in here from Fiskars. There's a circle and oval, and then ones she used with the shape templates. These I don't put in the scrap rack because they're kind of thick and heavy, so I just keep them in that drawer. And then in this one here, I keep my clear stamps. I put them in a 6x9 envelope. I try to catalog what's on the front, and then the stamps are on the back. I've got an extra paper trimmer here, my Crafter's Companion card making set. Here I have my Misty, my Stamp-A-Majig, and my Fiskars stamp press. Down here I have my A2 embossing folders, my 5x7 ones. This one has some of the long border ones. The real tiny ones are here. The really long plates, well, this is the all-in-one, but then the really long plates for the Cuttlebug are here. This here is a Totally Tiffany Stash and Store. I think she called it a die platform case. I don't think they sell this one anymore. I've still seen it at my Hobby Lobby. I keep my thin metal dies in there. My other Cuttlebug plates, the small ones. My cinch is up there. This here is the all-in-one folders. All-in-one plates that go with the folder. My Stampin' Up! Sets that came in the cases. My wooden stamps are in this unit here. I just catalog them, number them, and place them in the drawers. There are some Stampin' Up! Ones here. They're ones I got at garage sales, so they didn't come in cases. I think eventually I'd like to get some cases and put them in there, but that might be a ways down the road. Underneath I have one extra tray slid under there. Let's see if I can get it out. Because I ran out of room, so I just put one underneath there. Let's see, what else do I have? I have my, there's some Kiwi Lane ones there, but most of them are ones that I just made because I couldn't afford to buy them. So, and I'm kind of glad I did make most of them because I'm finding I'm not using them. If I could get where I would use them, I wouldn't mind actually investing in the real thing. Then I have my shape scissors, and I'm not sure how much longer I'll keep those because I find I don't use them either. I was hoping maybe being right in sight, they would get used. My fuse is here, my heat wave, my glue gun. My father-in-law made the stand that the glue gun is on. Let's see, do I have anything else that's that type of tool over here? I think the other things I have are in the closet. Right now, for now, my punches are in this drawer unit. I number them and just place them in the drawer and catalog them so there's representation in my scrap rack and in my standalone catalog. I think I'm going to switch them over into iris cases and put them down below here. There's still some work I want to do in the closet organizing, so that's slow. And this here is kind of my cataloging station. And I want to get one more of these cube units. I think I want to get the one with the 4 drawers, and the only place I can find that one's Hobby Lobby. So, because I think I want to move my card bases into that and then use, I'm not sure what I'll use that one for, but then use the 3 drawer one as part of my cataloging station. So that instead of having this here, they'll be in drawers, the stuff I use when I catalog and the stuff that needs to be cataloged. I'm working on getting that done throughout this challenge, and then I keep my extra scrap rack pages and sheet protectors here. These are little baggies for small things, and my stamps, extra spinders. My cinch supplies I just keep up in this container. I think that would kind of fall into this week. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that would fall into this week. Well, she doesn't specifically cover it. My Xyron refills are in here. It's pretty much empty because I don't have hardly any refills right now. I've just got, I think, some magnet ones. And I might have one adhesive one that's not totally empty yet. So sometimes it's in there, sometimes it's in the machine. It depends on what I did last. But I think that covers all of the things covered this week. This is where I keep my standalone catalog down here, right next to my workstation. So if I want in a hurry, I can do that. I do have my adhesive cart down there, which I think I've showed before. My Xyrons are in that, and all my other adhesives. But I think that's pretty much it for week number 4. Like I said, most of it's over here because this is my, what I call my cut and color station. So it's got my Cricuts and my stamps. I wish there'd been room for the punches over here, but there just really, there wasn't. If I didn't have to use the closet for non-crafty stuff, I might have stuck the punches there in this closet here because it's right next to the space, but I had to make do. But anyways, maybe eventually I can move that, but I don't know that I want it moved because I also pay my bills here. But I really like these units for the punch boards, though, because they were kind of a trouble one for storing for me. So I was glad when I came upon that solution. It worked really well for me. For a while, I even had my punches in there, and if I had enough cube storage, I might consider leaving most of the punches in those. But I just, with everything else that I put in cubes, I really didn't have the space for it. I think at one time I didn't have all my stamps and embossing folders in there, so it worked. but that's, oh, I think the other thing I did forget to cover was some of my thicker dies are down here in this unit. I don't use them very often. The Cuttlebug dies, they're too thick, and my quilling dies are in there as well. I think if there's anything else in there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed that little look into how I store my stamps, dies, and embossing folders, Cricut cartridges. Tiffany recommends just numbering your cartridges, but I file them alphabetically because there's some of them that I just know by name, so it's easier for me to have them alphabetically. I think that comes from working in a library so long. I alphabetize. It's just the way it works. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next week.